I'm Jake. I play drums in Clowns.
I'm Stevie. I'm the vocalist of Clowns.
And we got a new record. It's called Endless. It's coming out October 20th. It's our 5th LP.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us today.
No worries.
You've played off each other expertly then. You've done this before, haven't you?
It's not our first rodeo.
So as you mentioned, boys, Clowns will release your 5th album, Endless, on October the 20th. So how are you feeling this far out from it?
It feels like I'm about to, I don't have any kids, but this is what I imagine like preparing for a child would feel like. Years and years of creative energy, and, you know, the world's completely upside down and changed from the moment we started writing it to the moment we finished writing it, recording it, releasing it. And now it's almost here. It's almost here. So it's satisfying, and it's like maybe a little bit like emotional or something. Can't wait for it to be out into the world and for it to not be our record anymore, you know, like it's going to be whoever listens to its record. It's not going to be our little secret.
We mentioned this is your 5th album, guys. Like, does it get any easier? Like I imagine it would be a pretty nerve-wracking period waiting for this album to come out. Like, does it get easier as you go along, or is it always same sort of feeling?
It definitely gets harder. Definitely gets harder. Well, I feel like when we started the band, like we were so inspired to like, you know, get our music career off the ground, and there was so much, like, I guess you would call it like creative low-hanging fruit when we were starting a punk band. You know, we wanted to write a song that had like screaming in it. We wanted a song that sounded like the Ramones. We wanted a song that sounded like the Offspring. And then once we did an EP, and then like 4 7-inches, and now 5 albums, now we're like reaching super high up to the top of the tree to get that sweet fruit, and we're doing like spaghetti western 8-minute jams at the end of our record. We're fucking around with thrash metal and like dual guitar solos, all in an effort to, I guess, keep it interesting for ourselves and for the people who listen as well. But yeah, in that essence, it gets harder. It gets way harder.
Oh, by the 10th album, you'd be really tearing your hair out then.
Yeah, fuck no.
So tell us a bit more about Endless from a musical point of view, guys, and what you're going for with it.
It's kind of all over the place, like a lot of our records. I think that what sets this record apart from other records would probably be that we leaned a lot more into like a heavy metal sound. We've got, like, as Stevie mentioned, a couple of thrash metal elements. There's like a lot of like Judas Priest, you know, old school new wave heavy metal influences, a lot of like lead guitar stuff, especially in the production sense. It's like there's a bunch of you know, we leaned into a lot of like synthesizer stuff too. We always try to do new things, but yeah, this record probably leaned more on the metal, a little bit spaghetti western.
After listening to it a couple of times through before the interview, guys, like it feels a lot more like a live sounding album. Would that be an accurate assessment?
Well, we sound pretty powerful when we play live, so I guess so.
Probably the least live record we've ever done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
we just wanted this one to be like really fucking really loud, really just like smacks you in the jaw, knocks you out with a big old punk rock punch to the face.
I guess it maybe as well, like we used a different person mixing the record, which I think maybe for me personally, when I listen to it, it sounds really different production wise. And that was a conscious effort to try and like take a step towards a bit more of a hi-fi sound, but like keeping it sounding like us. And we just found this sweet spot. You know, there was a couple of times in the mixing process where we felt like it went a little bit too far in the hi-fi sound, and like we just dial it back a little bit, and you just find that sweet spot.
Yeah, I feel like on all of our previous records, we've wanted it to sound live and we've pushed it towards live sound, but this time we pushed it way too hi-fi and then brought it down to the hi-fi sort of sound, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah. I've got no idea what he's talking about, but I'm smiling nod.
Yeah.
So today you released the singles Thanks for Nothing, Formaldehyde, Death Wish, and Bisexual Awakening. So overall, would you say they're a good sonic representation of what to expect?
Yes, I guess in the sense that they're all songs that will be on the record, but there's just so much variety in the sound in all the songs. Like there's one song on the sounds like Slayer, and then there's like Thanks for Nothing. I feel like kind of has like almost like a bubblegum pop kind of like melody and tinge to it. There's a huge like 8-minute long spaghetti western punk rock track with True Crime Nation at the top of it. Introduction to the album is just like starts off with piano. You can tell we're really onto our 5th record in the boundaries of what we can consider punk rock, and I guess just like testing ourselves creatively as well.
You mentioned the album opener, mate. So like Endless, it's called, and it's a light and soothing piano piece. And then it just catapults straight into all out aggression with Formaldehyde. Like, what was the thought process behind sort of having those two opposing forces, I guess, to start the album?
I think that whole intro into Formaldehyde and then into the next song, which nobody has heard yet, was very planned, and very influenced by certain bands and other albums that we really admire. And I think that everyone in Clowns has like different musical backgrounds, but like we all love a big intro. So it was it's a big opener.
Yeah, and we really wanted the introduction to the album to be like theatrical, and I think nothing really drives that home than like a piano out of nowhere. And we kind of liked like when is this gonna go live? When's this?
Well, when did you want it to go? Did you want it to go next week or week of release?
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, we were just kind of like,
cool. I'm here to fucking help you guys out, so you tell me.
We just thought it would be cool for people to like, because we're obviously not releasing the opening like track before the album comes out, and we want people to be like, cool, new Clowns album's going to come out. I'm going to listen to it, pop it on, and hear a piano. Like,
just I'll release it on the 20th, then the same day the album comes out, if you want.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
No worries, bro.
Wait.
Make a little note of that.
Yeah, just because we thought that would be, just another way. I mean, we've already released that spaghetti western song. We've released a metal song. We've released a song that kind of sounds like pop punk or something. And we just wanted that to be like another huge curve. People really not letting people know the songs that we're releasing pre the album, what album is going to sound like. There's a whole bunch of different stuff, and we wanted the first notes to be a piano, just another huge curveball, like almost for people to put on the first song and be like, wait, is this the first Clowns record?
The album's not a conceptual album as such, but it has got a central theme of immortality running through it. So tell us a bit more about that.
I guess like the central theme was kind of born through like what we like to think and like to describe as just something that was surfacing like in our band's creative hive minds. Like in the past, we've done a full concept records where like every song is kind of like interwoven within each other. But this one, we honestly, I mean, when we started writing it, the world was collapsing into a pandemic, and all we had was home recording gear and just, a bunch of free time to write songs. And a few home demos. We managed to do a couple of demos like in between lockdowns. And I got listening back to a lot of the lyrics that I was writing, and I just sort of noticed that there was this central theme of living forever, which was just surfacing in the lyrics. It like wasn't intentional, but then, and I was also kind of like searching for a concept at the time too, searching to be inspired by something. And then when I noticed that these themes were sort of, I guess, subconsciously coming out in the lyrics, then I just thought like that would make a pretty badass sort of like concept leading into immortality. And I think it kind of reflects our motivation at the time, which was that, the world was collapsing. and we just didn't want the band to die. We were just determined to make sure that on the other side of it, we were going to be able to go back on tour and release music. And for better or worse, here we are, releasing our 5th album.
Like, as is now, it's become expected for you guys to have the album closed with something a little bit off kilter, but the one on this one's an absolute cracker, mate. It's called A Widow's Son, which essentially tells a tale of Ned Kelly. But where did the idea to do that come from? Like, it's unexpected, but it's really works well.
Like, I guess that idea spawned. I feel like I actually started like drawing this link between thrash metal and spaghetti western back in 2019 after we had released our like our last record, Nature Nurture, and we were touring it. And I can't remember where it was. Like, I think I was just watching a Clint Eastwood film and just listening to the music and just hearing that like dun, 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 and I was like, it's like spaghetti western is like pretty much thrash metal. It was thrash metal before thrash metal was known or brought to life and popularized. And then I guess it just sort of happened from there. Like, I was I mean, that song, I was writing those riffs for like many years, and then, you know, they were all coming into the band practices, and then again we were just like stewing over it and melting over it. And then it just made sense. Like, we figured out along the way over the years that we're mutual admirers, the host of Case File podcast, and we had been in touch like over Instagram and stuff. Like, we just smashed Case File when we're on the road, and yeah, we reached out. It just seemed natural that we were gonna have somebody narrate over that song, just from the way that it's laid out. Like, we weren't gonna do a spaghetti western song where me or Hanny sing. It just felt right to have a narration, and, you know, we only know one narrator. Well, we know of one narrator. We don't know his name, or his full name at least. And he said yes, which was cool. It was probably, I think me and Jake would both agree, that's like probably our most prized collaboration.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was wild.
All right, so your original tour that you had planned to promote the album has had to be postponed, guys. So fill us in on the new dates.
New dates are across March, April 2024. We're hitting all the capital cities. We're bringing our mates Void along. It's going to be a party. We're going to play a bunch of new stuff, a bunch of old stuff, and it's going to be wicked.
Yeah.
Get your
And very
tickets.
likely to be like a handful of our only Australian shows in the year. Playing March 15, side in Brisbane, March 29, Line Factory in Adelaide, March 30, Amplify Bar in Perth, April 5 at 170 Russell in Melbourne, and April 13 at Crowbar Sydney, with Void playing at all the shows except Perth.
Well, now, before I let you go, guys, I've started doing up 3 different Spotify playlists based on songs from people we speak to. So using your own songs, give me one for a playlist to get the party started, a playlist to save your marriage, and a playlist to end your marriage.
Party start. What was the second one?
Save
Like
your
from the
marriage.
new album? End Your Marriage and Save Your Marriage. Well, I think End Your Marriage would probably be Quicksand, because, you know, that's just a song of heartbreak.
Yeah.
To get the party started, like, maybe Thanks for is the party song, and that's got feel good vibes.
Mm.
And what song do you think really solidifies marriage?
It solidifies.
Yeah.
None of them, eh? I think they were all probably. I can think of a few that would end a marriage on like earlier records. I reckon the biggest song that gets the party started when we play live is Bland is the New Black. Undeniably, that song always goes off. Save Marriage, a bit of serenading spaghetti western, never went astray. You know, everyone loves Netflix and chill with your partner, and then end of marriage. Got a few noise songs. I don't know. I can't even remember what they're called now. I've just been focused on this. We've been so focused on this record for years. Yeah.
We've got enough anyway. I've got 3 between you. That'll do.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, thanks very much for your time today. Your new album, Endless, is out today when this interview comes out, and she's absolute cracker, guys. Congratulations, and I'll pop along to your Brisbane show if I'm about.